So here we've got the world, and if we could shrink the Earth to a rainbow village of 100 people, approximately 60 would be Asian, 11 would be European, 9 would be South American, 5 would be North American, 33, amazingly, would have no access to electricity. 15, including 10 women, would not be able to read or write. 14 would be African. 37 would have no access to a toilet. 18 would live on less than $1 a day, of whom 11 would be women and children. 13 would die by the age of 40. 50 would live in urban areas, of whom 15 would be in slums. 13 would have no access to drinking water. 10 would be disabled. 14 would have no right to basic health services. 2 would be born this year, and 1 would die. 10 would die from tobacco-related illnesses. 6 would be infected with malaria. 15, including 3 children, would be undernourished. 9 would be under 5 years old. The 20 richest would possess 90% of the wealth. 15 are overweight and 4 are clinically obese. 10 would be over 60 years old, and 24 would have access to the internet. And this is all at the Eden Project in Cornwall. Quotes here on the wall: "We don't have to save the world is big enough to look after itself. What we have to be concerned about is whether or not the world we live in will be capable of sustaining us in it." Douglas Adams, a wise man. What's this? This is and down there, can we see some of our Moroccan students? If we look closely. Have you seen something like this before? Yeah?
No, it's the first time.
The first time, yeah? And what are your impressions? Yeah?
I think that is beautiful view. And there's some kinds of plants we've never seen before.
And one basic question is, why are rainforests important? They make rain that waters crops worldwide. They make big white clouds that reflect heat and cool the earth. They are a carbon store, absorbing CO2 as they grow, and they contain plants from which we have bred resources, foods, fuels, medicines and materials. Oh, and they do produce some of the oxygen that we breathe. So their survival means our survival. Responsible for destroying the rainforest?
Humans.
Yeah? And what's the main thing that humans do to destroy the rainforest?
Cut all the trees down.
And why do they cut all the trees down?
They want to use the land for the oil plants. Palm oil.
Palm oil. That's the main thing?
Yeah.
The main thing, yeah? Great. Choose a plant, twist me round to discover what I make, and find the real me through the arch.
Right then, choose a plant.
Oh.
Choose a plant, twist me around to discover what I make. Right then.
I know. Sugar.
Sweet.
Cola.
Cola.
Coca-Cola.
I see that from.
Chili, I've never heard of it.
Cashew nuts, makes nuts. Make nuts.
Coffee. Coffee.
No, carry on.
Ginger. Gingerbread man. Palm. Cake. Mangoes.
Smoothies, drinks.
Bananas. Ice cream.
Banana split ice cream.
Oh. And that papaya thing.
Papaya.
Yeah. Ice cream.
Yum yum.
And pineapple. Pizza.
Yum yum. Through the arch. Where's the arch? Must be here.
Where's the what?
Where's the arch? Yeah.
So here we have cola, and probably the best known Latin name in the world. Cola, an African tree with caffeine-rich seeds, is part of the age-old culture of West Africa. Cola, a sparkling flavoured drink, is part of a newer global culture. And here we can see here, cola comes from Africa, and cola is drunk all over the world. And this is the real thing. The seeds of the cola tree contain caffeine and were once chewed as a stimulant and used extensively in cola drinks. The tree starts bearing productivity when it's about 12 years old, and it gives 2 crops a year. So here you can see the cola plant. Right. Like it? So we ought to try one of these. A baobab smoothie. So can I try one of these?
Yeah.
What is it? Which is it? Which fruit is it? Yeah?
It's this one in here, that tells you what's in it, and that's the baobab on that.
That's the baobab. So which one am I having?
It's all baobab.
It's all baobab,
Yeah.
yeah? Okay. And which country is it grown in?
That's a pound. You've got all your information on these sheets.
It's on here,
That's
yeah?
the baobab fruit powder there, which comes from this one.
Right.
And then that tells you what's in the actual smoothie there.
Right. So want to know more about chocolate? Well, come and check out the Maya tapestry just round the corner.
Chocolate.
And look at the story here of the chocolate. And here we have the Maya tapestry, the story of cocoa. We have the cocoa pods. Starting in the Gulf of Mexico, we have an Aztec and a Mayan. And cocoa means wealth and prosperity to Maya. The comet foretells the coming. The Mayan civilization collapses. The comet foretells the coming of the Spaniards. The Aztecs arise. Montezuma, Cortez, Montezuma imperfectus est, and in 1828 the Aztecs are conquered. Cocoa goes to Spain. Rich Spaniards adore it. The local workforce is wasted by cruelty and disease. Slaves are stolen from Africa, and the fashion spreads in the 18th century across the whole of Europe. It's reputed to be an aphrodisiac, and here we see Casanova and the Marquis de Sade. Disease hits Central and South American cocoa crops, and slaves are shipped back to Africa, and West African plantations begin. The chocolate press is invented in 1828, is invented in Holland, and the demand increases. There are bigger plantations and more chemicals, and production is boosted. Payday, the bank, sun. The West wants a lot. The Ghanaian growers protest in the 1920s and 30s and say, hey, where's our share? These are different worlds, and there's a choice. And many chocolate fans now choose organic and fair trade products. This helps the environment, the growers, and it makes all manufacturers take notice, so that everyone should get a fair deal. What links UK chocolate, West African cocoa and South American rainforests? Well, cocoa trees originate from South America's rainforests, but today grow mainly on small holdings in West Africa. Cocoa disease has hit some of these small holdings, and rather than use chemicals, scientists are working to marry West African cocoa trees with their wild disease-resistant ancestors from South America to produce disease-resistant plants to grow on the small holdings. What a wonderful tapestry. And all because of this.
Like that. It's like some paint on that. Lose it. It's a slime now. White chocolate.
We've got cork. Which I'm sure I first encountered in a wine bottle. And when the trees are 20 to 30 years old, they'll do their first strip for cork. About 15 billion wine corks are pulled a year, and trees can produce around 4,000 corks per strip. It's a tree destroyer? Definitely not. Cork oaks generate their bark, stripped off at 9 to 12 intervals for about 200 years. So actually a renewable product. Black grape, Vitis vinifera, Tempranillo, the main ingredient of the famous Spanish Rioja, yielding plummy blackberry flavours with undertones of herbs, vanilla and leather. The name is from the Spanish temprano, meaning early one, given for their tendency to ripen weeks before other grapes. Reduce, reuse, recycle and reinvest. These products create less waste, use fewer resources, can last longer and save you money. Try a solar powered torch, no batteries to dispose of. Reuse, reduce what you throw away after you've used it, let it be used again, take unwanted presents to a charity shop and buy stickers so you can reuse your envelope. This is the first time I've been to the toilet and read this. Man did not weave the web of life, he's merely a strand in it, and whatever he does to the web, he does to himself. Chief Seattle in 1854.